to the Storm, and it's not a ton, the Storm kind of have a good amount of their roster locked up. It seems, there are a few players that are on training camp contracts. There's been Storm overseas news. There isn't this past week, unfortunately. And we're nearing closer and closer to the draft. And then eventually we'll get to preseason. But we do have a note on preseason. So on March 7th, we found out that the WNBA had announced the second Canada game presented by Tangerine that will feature the LA Sparks and our Seattle Storm. They will play a preseason game on Sunday, May 5th at Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. The 2024 WNBA Canada game presented by Tangerine will be the second preseason game ever played in Canada by the WNBA and the fourth preseason game outside of the U.S., following previous contests in Toronto, Ontario back in 2023, Manchester, England back in 2011, and Monterrey, Mexico back in 2004. The inaugural WNBA Canada game presented by Tangerine, a lot of that, saw the Chicago Sky defeat the Minnesota Lynx by a score of 82-74 in front of a sold-out crowd at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. The preseason game set records for broadcast viewership, attendance, and merchandise sales in Canada. The WNBA is also coming off its most-watched regular season game in 21 years. Regular season in 21 years. Viewership for the 2023 season across the league's national television partners in the U.S. and Canada was up 21 and 32% respectively over the 2022 season. The league also set new highs across the WNBA digital platforms and social media engagement. So cool to see that. It's interesting that time of the year with May. The team will be looking to make its respective cuts and figure out who's going to be part of its roster as, Seattle looks to compete with Skylar Diggins-Smith and Nneka Ogwumike. But, it's fun, especially to go up to Canada. It'll be really interesting to see the crowd there and see how well all that stuff does and talking about the merchandise, the engagement, and all that. So it'll be really cool. May 5th, Storm Sparks in Edmonton.